Any questions about your house or anything?
What basically we don't know, since we don't belong to the area, so I don't know how much the costs are. Can you give me a rough idea about that?
Nita, was that for me?
Subrata, so they
Yeah.
are looking for house in near
Mhm.
Emerald Hills area in Redwood City.
Okay.
As I said, it is also as green as ours.
Mhm.
And do you have any idea that what would be like? Just give us some idea that about the insurance and all that she asked. That I'm just repeating the
Yeah, yeah.
question as yeah.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, I think excellent area. I think I was near the Redwood City for about 7 years when I was to work at Oracle. But Sukhvinder, thank you for the question. I can tell you a little bit about what goes on in areas like Emerald Hills. But unfortunately, I'll not be able to give you a number in terms of insurance because not only, it has gone a little bit different this year when it comes to getting insurance, but also, everybody's insurability and the cost is different. So for the same home, maybe if I were to buy, which I can't, by the way, would be different than it would be for you. However, I think you should definitely get insurance for the home, the fire. If it is in a high fire zone, you can get one of the options could be California Fair Plan to get a fire coverage. And also, there might be, like, for example, so I'm a farmer's agent. I run a farmer's agency and a brokerage. So farmers actually covers for a lot of the homes. Farmers also covers the fire. So basically, it's on the insurance company's discretion whether or not they want to cover the fire aspect of the coverage or not. So if it'll depend on, when you get your insurance, it could be one policy or it could be two policy, one from fire plan and one is called a companion or the, gap in coverage, which will cover everything other than fire. I hope I'm not confusing. So
No, that's fine.
Yeah. But no matter what, you will get insurance.
When we come to it, we come to it. I mean, that's how it is.
Yeah.
So when you're saying fire coverage, it's wildfire, right? Not, say there's other types of fires that could happen. Are those covered, or is it just wildfire we're talking about?
Good question. So anytime there is a fire, whether it is wild or not wildfire, brush fire, the insurance companies give up. They say, no fire from me. I'll do everything else. It's called DIC, difference in coverages. For example, there's a provider called Sage Shore, which does it all, including fire, but the premium would be higher. So the same goes for farmers, because farmers is a big company, they can afford to give you full coverage, but of course the premium would be a little bit higher because it's covering everything. But for example, a company called Sutton National Insurance, which is one of my brokerage provider, they would do only the DIC, the difference in coverages. So anything except for fire, no matter what kind of fire. Yeah. So
okay.
So to answer your question, to be to the point, if a company is saying that I'm not going to do fire, he means, or the company means any kind of fire.
Okay.
So Jeff, I'm just curious, has the city already given you Firewise certificates for the community?
Oh, no, I don't have that yet.
Oh, I see. Okay.
One of the first steps is to get an inspection.
Got it. Okay.
That's the way I understand it. And that comes from CAL FIRE.
Yes. And then, once that is done, then every household will get a certificate, because when you inform your insurance company to get the benefit of discounts, being a Firewise community home, they will look for, kind of a certificate or a proof, unless it's already listed publicly as a Firewise home.
Yeah. Okay.
any question about any other home or any investment property that you have?
No, we are planning to partially move here. Means our previous home is actually insured with AAA.
Okay.
So kind of we never paid any attention to this because our place where we stay is not really a fire hazard, but it's a flood hazard because Kern River flows through close by. So,
got it.
so we are actually going to explore a new thing because Emerald Hills, I'm sure, as I could see on some of the houses listed, it's about 30% fire hazard, which is quite a lot, I think. So I think we'll have to individualize at that point.
Yeah. So yeah, I can guide you on that. Whenever the time comes. As I say always, that you don't have to. You're not committing anything when you need guidance from us. More than happy to do that. But one thing, Nita, that to point here that the flood insurance that Sukhvinder just mentioned. So flood is always separate. So flood is never covered by homeowners insurance. Similar to earthquake. Earthquake is never covered by homeowners insurance. And then flood
do we have a separate flood and earthquake? I don't think we have a separate flood. We do have a separate earthquake.
Got it. Okay. So if your home is in a flood zone, officially in a flood zone, although you may never see any flood, next 50 years, but if it is an official flood zone, and if you have a mortgage, they will require you to have an extra flood coverage. If you don't have a mortgage, no one is going to ask, it's up to you. But, anytime there's a home in a flood zone and the client goes for a mortgage, it is mandatory for the mortgage to ask for extra flood policy.
Any other questions you guys have? Otherwise, we can wrap up. And Subrata, thanks for your time. For the fire-wise, definitely we can do a separate session. That would be great. And let me see, because we have Norman who is taking care of everything. I have to talk to him. And
yeah, absolutely. I think I was really glad for this session today because I think we actually taken some of the very important aspects of what's going on in the insurance world in California, especially in the Bay Area. So thank you so much for having me on the show.
All right. Okay.